guys, DPX here, and before I get into this review, it will be really hard to review the movie without spoiling anything. So, of course, I'm going to be going into some spoiler territory. So, if you don't want to know, if you don't want it spoiled, click off the video now and watch like some other video, preferably some of my other videos because they're good. Okay, onto the review. Holy crap. Avengers Infinity War is finally here, and oh my god, does it deliver. It has some small flaws that sort of were there, but they're so small. Um, yeah, I can't quite put my finger on them. The MCU has been living up to this movie for 10 years. Honestly, I didn't really know about it until around Civil War. Since then, I've been hyping over this and even made a speculation video, not on this channel, but on a different one. And so I'm glad it delivered. Before I go over the goods, which there are a lot of them, I quickly want to go over the bads. The small bads, kind of. You'll see what I mean. So when I was leaving the theater, I said to the group that that was probably the best MCU movie, and they didn't quite agree. It's probably because of how they didn't resolve anything at the end. Hmm, that didn't bother me that much. In fact, it got me more invested. Also, one question I have is, at the end, why did some people die and some live? That is pretty much my only complaint. I feel like there is something else, but again, I can't put my finger on it. So if I can't do that, then I guess I'm just hallucinating, right? So yeah, that is really it for the bads. I gotta touch on all the goods. Yeah, sit tight. So the movie starts with Thor's ship from the mid-credit scene of Thor Ragnarok destroyed, and just Loki, Thor, Hulk, and Heimdall still alive, but barely. Well, that are shown at least. Heimdall gets killed almost instantly, like probably not even 5 minutes into the movie. Then some other stuff happen. Thor and Cull Obsidian get into a fight, and then Loki freaking gets stabbed and dies. To be honest, I was sort of expecting Loki to die. I heard the rumors uh, that there's going to be a death really early on in the movie, like at the beginning, and I thought that was going to be Loki. But I sort of do feel like how they did it was good. I like the way they did it in that way. I mean, I did come to like Loki in the movies, but it set the mood for the rest of the movie, which was what I was anticipating, and I was anticipating the next surprise, and the movie was dark, so it set sort of that dark tone for the rest of the movie, and I thought that was pretty cool the way they did that. Props to them. Also, one twist that blew my mind and was completely not expected, uh, that was Red Skull. Yes, Red Skull was actually in this, and will probably be a huge part of Avengers 4. That actually makes a lot of sense because his death had to do with the Tesseract. Also, the cast, without question, was the best ever. One cool thing is that when they showed the Avengers, it had the Avenger charm, And when they show the Guardians of the Galaxy, it had the Guardians of the Galaxy charm. And I noticed that that was really good. And when they showed both the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy, it was a mix of the two. Another thing is that every part of the movie was pretty much action. The action and the humor as well are done really right. Yeah. Another thing they did right, Thanos. Thanos is the best MCU villain, period. Better than Killmonger, better than Vulture, better than everyone. They got him completely correct. One thing that set the bar for Thanos was when he actually kills Gamora. Wow. Yeah, I didn't. This next part I actually didn't write on the script, so because I forgot to. So I'm gonna have to do this. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do this unscripted. Sorry if it feels dumb, but yeah. One thing I sort of have to talk about if I'm gonna make this review is the ending. So Thanos does end up getting all the Infinity Stones. That means the Time Stone. Doctor Strange sacrificed the Time Stone for Tony Stark's life because Thanos was about to kill Iron Man, and then uh, Scarlet Witch, like in a different scene, was like trying to crush the Mind Stone from Vision because Vision told her to, and then she actually did it. But then Thanos used the Time Stone to rewind time. Uh, so the Mind Stone isn't crushed, but then he took it out of his head and he got the Infinity Gauntlet. Thor takes it. Thor has an axe, by the way, in this. He takes his axe, stabs Thanos, but Thanos says you should have gone for the head or something like that. And then he snaps his goddamn fingers. And then some like flashback thing happens, and then they come back, and then Thor asks what just happened. Probably a pretty fair question. And then uh like people started disintegrating. They started turning into ash. In fact, everyone turned into ash except everybody you see circled right now. Everyone who isn't circled either turned into ash, died another way. Well, Thanos isn't circled, but he survived. He's Thanos. I should have circled him. Or they just weren't in the movie. Their whereabouts are unknown. Like Hawkeye. Hawkeye wasn't in this movie actually. Neither was Ant-Man. Even though they're listed in the cast, they're not in it. I don't know. Maybe they voiced a character or something. I don't know. Some of Thanos' Black Order, they don't have any people listed in the cast, so maybe Jeremy Renner and Paul Rudd could have voiced them, but I highly doubt it. Who knows? Also, more than this actually survived. Just everyone you see here, the people that are circled, are the only ones who survived. The other people that survived were characters not shown here, like Wong, and a lot of like the Okoye, I think her name is, the bald woman from Black Panther, the one with the staff, and Shuri, Black Panther's sister, also survived. However, Shuri's whereabouts are also somewhat unknown. So yeah, uh, yeah. Also, I gotta touch on the after credit scene. There's only one after credit scene. There's no mid credit scene. Is what I meant by what I just said 5 seconds ago. It had Nick Fury and Maria Hill. seeing the destruction that was going on with the world, and then they started disintegrating and turning into ash, whatever. And then Nick Fury had a nice Samuel L. Jackson send off by saying and then just uh, being turned into ash. However, he sent a signal right before that. That signal was a signal to Captain Marvel, who, since the Captain Marvel movie takes place during the 90s, of course, Captain Marvel during this movie is already Captain Marvel, but probably hasn't fought crime or anything for a while. I don't know. I'm sure that'll be explained in Captain Marvel. But yeah, she's probably gonna play a huge role in Avengers 4. Yeah, I really want to know what happens in Avengers 4. Seriously, oh my god. Okay, now it's time for the verdict. Avengers Infinity War was a blast. This was well worth the wait for 10 years. Never have I actually seen a movie that had my jaw drop so many times as much as this movie made me have my jaw drop. This had so many epic scenes. It got so many so much action in it. Like pretty much every scene, pretty much had to at least 1%. Okay, no, at least 10% of action in it, at least. And like the humor is done right. It's really funny. They even mentioned Stanley's cameo. He had the best cameo in this movie. Yeah, this movie had the best Stan Lee cameo. I'm not gonna explain that though. Yeah, the Infinity War is a blast, and that's why my final rating for this movie is a 10 out of 10. Wow, this is the second 10 out of 10 in a row on my channel. But yeah, it's the best MCU movie, in my opinion at least, and it may even be the best movie of the year so far, at least. I mean, I haven't seen that many movies this year, so I'm not quite sure. But yeah, this was a blast. And if you like Marvel, if you like superheroes, if you like the Avengers, if you just want to see this movie, I totally recommend it. If you want to see this movie, but you're not at all caught up with what's going on in the MCU, get caught up and then watch this movie. Because I didn't mention this at all, but you're gonna need to know about everything else that happened in all the other movies in order to fully understand this one. But yeah, this was amazing. Again, I don't think any other movie has blown my mind at all as much as this movie has. There were times where I couldn't believe what I was seeing, even. I mean, not in the bad way, not in like not in like in Birdemic where you see those goddamn like gifs of those birds and people are hitting them with wire hangers. No, that's just really bad. Made me. This was jaw-droppingly awesome, and yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on it if you haven't seen. No, if you have seen it. If you haven't seen it, then either one, you skipped all the way here to see the rating, which I actually don't blame you if you did. I sort of do that a lot. Two, you don't care about spoilers. Or three, you're an idiot and didn't see the spoiler alert. or 4, you I actually don't have a 4. Forget that. Yeah, this is going on too long. I'm ending the video now. Be sure to like this video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.